things were looking pretty good for them. They had a very strong start to that map. They had a 4-2 scoreline coming out of the first half.
Definitely so.
And that was an attack as well.
Yeah. So SSG definitely looking strong. The Nomad Ben right now.
Interesting.
Now, I think MIBR will be going for either a Termite or a Tetcher Ben again, just to follow the trend. Actually, Buck gonna get removed off the board. SSG was okay. Like, they were pretty effective with their self-destruct and the grenades to come in, so I can understand that. Not sure, though. Like, of course, Buck is a very good operator on Border as well. So it's like,
we haven't seen Border, like, at all during the series that we've had over the tournament.
Definitely.
And then all of a sudden we see it 2 games in a row. So, well, we'll see Border coming out of here, and we'll see Mirror Ban coming out from MIBR.
Pretty normal.
And,
I mean, the boot camp didn't
maybe an
right?
Echo ban? No, a Valkyrie ban coming out. So, some interesting bans coming out from the space station here. Potentially, we see a bit of an aggressive space station here with the Nomad ban.
Yeah, definitely. Jump out's going to be a lot easier to achieve. Just because of the fact you won't get blown into oblivion by one of those air jabs that could be waiting for you around the corner. Armory Lockers, first bomb site. What can we expect? We do see the Echo Canadian. Like that, we're finally going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, again, something that very rare has happened, and Echo and Maestro have both managed to get through. Now, yesterday, when we saw Space Station go to Coastline against MIBR, they did lose it very, very, very closely in overtime. We did see the Lion ban come out from Space Station, so Space Station should be aware that there is a Lion strategy here. And of course, they're going to switch off to the mute instead to potentially counter that. But we see already Bullet, he switched off to the Twitch. And also, I mean, we see the IQ coming out from M-King anyway. So Space Station will probably be like, okay, the Echo's not going to be really that useful.
No, this could be easily taken care of by M-King if they're going to be wanting to, or at least actively hunting for it. And thus, they will swap it out for an operator that... What's that ADS setup? In
the same ADS strategy that came out yesterday, which I thought was quite interesting, where you put 2 ADSs on the line just outside of box.
Like, it's probably because it's hard to get bucked then, but there is no buck.
There is no buck, yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Well,
we'll see it work.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you Thatcher the wall, right, the Thatcher isn't going to catch those ADSs
yeah, of course.
out, right?
Yeah, and there is no Thatcher Ben now, so yeah. Not logical, yeah.
And those ADSs are going to catch the frag grenades. But Rampy's actually going to go for a run out already from the east stairs area. But surely M-King heard that on his drone. They should be very, very aware of this. You can see Hugzod is ready for it, but we'll see Rampy is still going to be very, very committed to some sort of peek and see exactly if he can catch anyone out so far. So it looks like we are right with that Nomad ban coming off Space Station, looking to get a little bit of aggressive here.
And this is exactly what they need to do. They need to make MIBR feared and scared from the get-go. That's what G2 did in the game, where they actually managed to win that first map quite convincingly, 7-1. They were more aggro than MIBR were, and with that, they managed to actually shut them down quite fast. So maybe with that Nomad ban now coming into place, SSG is going to be trying to, you know, play, as some people would like to call, monkey strategies, just jumping out from everywhere, trying to get all these early picks in, just to make MIBR careful for the surroundings and make sure that they don't really get into their playstyle.
Oh, we'll see M-King does have the IQ scanner out, and he will be able to see that there are ADSs down. They will start to get burned out. Well, Novice has managed to make his way below. Nades should be able to come out, and that should be an easy destruction of the bandit charges. Well, he got one of them, but Hugzod still going to be aware of this, because thinking Nade could very easily bandit trick right now. He's going to get the bandit back on. He should be able to manage to get that thermite charge if it did go on from Hugzod. And well, MIBR seem like kind of out of options right now to what they want to do to deal with this armory wall, because they're kind of very committed to this push.
Definitely, I like how they actually send in a concussion, an actual impact as well, but it wasn't able to hit it right now. M-King trying to get it from below with the, there we go. He finally got them. Took them a while though. Now the impact nade is, oh. What happened there?
He got Zophia'd and then he threw out the
oh, I thought he actually destroyed one as well. Oh, with the Nitro he might have actually destroyed it then. Yeah,
maybe.
Okay.
So, well, the Nitro has gone out, but it doesn't manage to find any kills, but it did manage to find, well, not really anything right now as well. They finally get the wall open. They spent 2 minutes trying to get the wall open, so things not looking too good for MIBR. They also don't have too much execute. They don't have any smokes or anything like that, and they've wasted a decent amount of their utility already very early on. MIBR very stacked up out of here. We'll see Bosco still pinging very close in small. He's got the shotgun, but he's also got the ability to smoke it out. And yeah, he's already had it pre-placed as well. Very smart from Bosco. Canadian managed to make his way below as well. He also has a nitro available. He also has a shotgun that he can use to make a rotate into vents to be able to better utilize that area. Bullet, however, on the opposite side has managed to find Rampy, and there's a repel in to lock a sandwich here as well. As Novice and Cyber both get control deep into box as well. King finds his entry, but Thinking Nate takes down one, and there's 2 people injured right now. Hugzod still injured on the ground. However, as Fultz finds a double kill moving all the way up from Archives, one is down. It's all down to King to try and bring this in.
He's probably going to go for the pickup. I don't know if this is the right call. There's little to no time left, of course, but we still have Canadian from below. They could be going for some easy picks right here. They need to go for it. 1 kill comes in from Fultz. That's a triple. Now wants to go for his quad, but it's going to be the time that runs out, and Canadian to stay alive in the end. Saving his, well, KD, so to say, but that wasn't his intention, too.
What a disaster of a round from MIBR there. I mean, well played from SSG as well. They clearly have this strategy going on there as well with having Canadian fall off late, and they had Fultz holding the long angle from Archives as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on potentially there for SSG. And I think they played that pretty well.
It was a very good round.
And Thinking Nate as well, holding onto box for as long as he could. But a massive disaster for MIBR coming on. I mean, that wall should have been opened within a minute, easily.
Definitely. Like, I don't know why it took so long in the first place, because they had so much utility downstairs. 2 grenades, they had the IQ there for like 30 seconds. They used the Sophia impacts and the stuns to try and close it off. And yet, Thinking they managed to stall it out for like 1 minute 30, 2 minutes to actually make sure that that wall remains closed. So, yeah, I don't know. Like, it should be more effective. I think we can put up that.
Canadian 6 moving from the Echo onto the castle there. Again, just kind of hiding what operators they want to bring here. I think now that Canadian, they actually have no intention of bringing the Echo here at all, and they're just using it to hide what operator they're bringing. I like that bulletproof camera from Canadian there. But also, you know, generally you do need the castle down here in this area.
You do need that castle. Make sure that you're going to block off, for example, from the bathroom. There's 2 options right here. You have 2 variations if you want to go for the bathroom. You either just block off the bathroom, or you block off teller's door, lobby door, luggage door. So you just create that more bigger line as a sight right there. The door that our spectator, there we go, Canadian right now blocks off. With that, you create a more mobile way of defending. And that is what SSG is going to be going for. They're not going to be locking themselves up in the bathroom. They're going to be making sure that they are going to be having that entire hallway for themselves. But Nova's is going to have none of that, as he is bringing in that sledge. So that castle barricade won't last long.
Yeah, it won't last long at all. Nova's going to be stacked up outside of here, but it looks like it might be mostly going for this backside take. Not wanting to deal with the upstairs at all right now. Drones have gone up, making sure they can't get flanked from the east stairs, and Novice opening up the castle barricade, and they're able to get already very, very quick control over the vents area. We do have those upstairs angles, of course, and it's just going to be a hard fight for MIBR to try and push through here. They're looking with as many angles as they can as Canadian, still playing around metal, but there's a flank watch drone up on the east stairs, so they're going to know if he does indeed go for the flank. Full's still holding down where he can. And he's going to go for the white peak, and Cyber doesn't see him yet. He gets all the way in, but he gets shut down. What was that from Fultz?
Such a suicide mission right there on trying to get Cyber. Actually didn't even manage to do a single point of damage. Not sure if he didn't even use his smoke canisters yet, so that's a disastrous move right there from Fultz that might actually come back to haunt him in the end. We do, however, see the vertical angles being held right here by the Maestro. Rampy then picks up Novice. That's going to be one of the frags that come in. There's the grenades now off the board as well. Bosco, as long as you can hold off of this, you're going to be of so much value for your team. Bullet managed to pick up Thinking Nate. Rampy now thinking about going back downstairs, or will be holding it from above by the hatch. Cyber managed to pick up a kill with the Claymore onto Canadian. That brings us up to a 2-on-4 situation that's highly unlikely that SSG is going to be able to bring back.
How did the Claymore kill happen there? Did they get a Claymore up there? What? I'm so confused how Canadian died to that. Well, I guess I'll have to look at the replay and see where that Claymore actually went down, but SSG still have the vertical plate control. As long as they have this, they can still maintain control of the site. But it's going to be very, very difficult now for MIBR to try and pull off an execute. But they do have that 2-man advantage that can try and bring it in. 1 minute left to go on the clock, and Hugzod will start to plant very, very close to the hatch, actually, as well. This could be easy pickings as well, but Bullet and King both going to cover it down, but the plank goes down successfully. Rampy does manage to pick up Hugzod as he tries to get away, but it's going to be a very hard retake right now.
Yeah, definitely, but luckily they do have the high ground, and as Anakin would say, as Obi-Wan would say, it's over as soon as that happens. But I doubt it that that's the case right here, of course, because they're still outnumbered, and They're going to have to try and fight back. They're going to try and find these picks, and as soon as they drop, it's going to be over. There we go. Rampy will be picked up as soon as he tries to lob down a C4. Will go the refrag. No, it's not going to be happening. It's going to be MIBR that picks up round number 2 and brings it back to a 1-1. This time the high ground wasn't in favor of SSG.
I think, like, the Fault's play as well was a little bit confusing, but
Yeah,
I think the whole mentality there was the fact that he's getting trapped in that corner and his wall's about to get opened as well. He has no impact, so he's not going to be able to deny that at all.
Yeah.
He just has to make a play there. There was too much stuff open there for him to be able to smoke and just run away. So I think he just went, okay, I need to just regain some control. I need to like push this guy in bathroom and try and get a kill here. It didn't work out for him, obviously, and well, it's just unfortunate. But as we move into round number 3, we'll see customs inspections and supply room defense coming out from Space Station. Interestingly, they wouldn't go back to vents.
No, they're not going to. Didn't really work out for them, of course. The castle strategy instantly taken care of by Novice. To be expected if you have a bug bender, the sledge is going to be coming in, right? So Castle's automatically like not as effective as it otherwise would be, because to be fair, if there is a buck on the board instead of a sledge, it's just so much more effective.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we'll see round number 3 getting underway. We'll see exactly what Space Station wants to do with all of this, but yeah, like last time, MIBR for the vents take, they went purely from downstairs. There was no upstairs push coming out from them at all. There's no upstairs control coming out from them at all. But yet, they still managed to bring in the win. I think this is mainly because Space Station had a lot of downstairs presence still, even though they did have that upstairs control. But we'll have a look how this does go down for MIBR and what exactly they want to do to deal with all of this. This is definitely one of the hardest sites to hold on to on border.
Definitely. It's going to be one of the hardest ones to hold up. I actually like, if you have a very good strategy here, you're going to be able to surprise so many teams. Like, it's always like you have these teams. The tertiary bomb site is either going to be bathroom tellers or it's going to be customs inspections. And for both, there's something to say about it. For a long time, we used to see a higher win rate on bathroom tellers because it wasn't really being played. And when it was being played, it was due to teams having actual really good strategies on it as well. But it's starting to become more 50-50 now, if not in favor of bathroom tellers. So SSG clearly not favoring that as they are going to customs. That's going to be the entry right there of Cyber onto Fultz. That's a bit of an overextension of Fultz right there. Second time he will be picked up early when it shouldn't really have happened.
Yeah, not a great opening death for him, but thinking it will strike back. There's a refrag coming out from him onto Cyber. And well, they've lost their Zofia now. It's going to be a bit harder to deal with this Maestro cams that are still left alive, but Bullet will still strike through, and Canadian will go down there, losing that CC control a little bit there, and Rampy almost dying, but getting away barely with his life on the alibi. Retreats from where Thinking Nate is, and they're going to be holding down the workshop together. This is looking a bit squiffy for Space Station here, as MIBR have fully gained control of the upstairs area.
Definitely, with 1 minute 30 left, Sledge can actually start doing his work, get everything open up that they want to open up, and don't forget they also have the man advantage, and Rampy is such low on HP as well, so this is not looking good for SSG. It's looking like MIBR might be able to take the lead right now, take up their next round. Taking care of the Evil Eye right there, of course. Maestro already gone, not being able to utilize it whatsoever. Holes being opened up, floorboards being destroyed, so to say. They know exactly where the smoke is now. The question is, how will they be able to utilize on that information? How will they be able to use this information to actually get that kill in? A lot of vertical holes being opened up, but they can't quite find the angle yet. But Noah has to find out because he is standing by with that SMG to just quickly put in a burst.
Rampy is actually going to try and go for a flank here right now, it looks like, as he tries to make his way up onto the east stairs. And, well, yeah, he's actually managed to hop through triple, but, there was a Claymore there! What are these Claymores from MIBR? They're so smart, and Rampy gets caught out because of it, as round number 3 not looking too good for Space Station in a 4v2 yet again. Thinking trying to see what he can do here, but he gets caught out, and Man King takes him down. Bosco tries to retake the site right now, but gets caught out himself as well from the hedge. A Bullet takes him down, and MIBR will take the 3rd round.
A very good round right there from MIBR. Just some small mistakes coming through from the likes of SSG. They managed to pick up the 1st round, and afterwards they just seemed to be fumbling, and Fultz just dying and dying again, like early on, without having any impact. Not sure what's going on right there, or if Fultz is feeling some pressure. I don't know what it is, but that's definitely hurting SSG a lot.
What a great Claymore there.
The Claymore is definitely...
The Claymores are doing so well for MIBR here to just shut down the flanks coming out. We've had Canadian die to the Claymore last round, and we see Rampy down that flank as well to the Claymore. So, well, We'll see how things go down as we get into round number 4. This time we do actually see the Echo, it looks like, coming out from Canadian. Not sure if he wants to 6-pick this yet or not, but no, he's going to be bringing the Mute once again. So again, the same strategy coming out from their Armory, Lockers, and Archives defense, which remains their only successful defense.
As Demo mentioned before on the desk, Border is more of a 50-50 kind of site, well, map, so to say. So you want to get in a 3-3 scoreline to feel a bit comfortable. MIBR looking to be the ones to hit 3 first, at least for how things are going right now. That means SSG will have to step up if they want to be going into the second half comfortable. But let's just say, if as soon as SSG goes on the attack, how do you think that their chances are? Like, what do you think? Are they a better attacking team on Border, or?
I don't know, honestly. Like, I don't actually. Like, we were
their
talking about
attacks
this
and
before.
console that looked really good.
Like, Space Station was looking like, yeah, they were looking pretty good before, right? But now I'm starting to think like, I'm not really too sure about what's going on here for them. Well, we'll see how coordinated together they can be, but opening frags are definitely going into the favor of MIBR recently. We'll see if they can keep that up. MIBR seem to be on a roll right now.
Yeah, Fultz just getting caught off guard time and time again, and it's not really something that you like to see happen, especially since he has been a player that made such impactful plays as well in the past of this tournament. Him being picked up early on consistently is definitely hurting SSG. Resulted into 2 rounds, you can almost say, because first round that was just no utility used, and suddenly the site was almost completely open with the smoke dropping off because he had no other way to go. Don't get that wrong. And second one, he was caught off guard because he overextended the actual peak right there when people were already into the office, and with that almost entirely top control was already given away as well. So like, him dying gives away so much control to the likes of SSG, of MIBR, I must say.
Oh my god.
That's unlucky. We'll not actually get it either.
That's really unfortunate. Well,
why in the middle?
The timing happens to everyone, right, every now and then, but it's not going to matter if it's in the middle or not, because a few charges are going to come through, and that's going to make sure that they can't quite go for the trick. Canadian seems to be there's someone here right now, and he'll actually catch the edge of them. There goes Novice, and that's already the opening kill going to Space Station this time.
So unlucky. I was going to say, like, normally it's not the best plan to do it in the middle.
MIBR's attack so far has just been a series of unfortunate events.
Definitely. First the EMP to just knock back.
Oh,
and
what?
It just keeps on going with a series of unfortunate events right there. Just landed right behind it, got into the little cabinet right there, and the actual shrapnel didn't reach the well, the evil eye. And the series are continuing, helping SSG on the way up to their second round. And Cyber right now will be holding off this angle, will be trying to get the frag, and Fultz again will fall. The first member of SSG to get picked up. 1 minute on the board right now. Control slowly seems to be established. Wall's going to get opened up. Cyber going quite aggressive right here, but will be punished by it. Rampy will be managing to pick up that frag. Bullet now going aggressive as well. Will actually get the frag before being taken out by Rampy. That is going to be keeping us in a 3-on-2 situation. Gas canisters being deployed. M-King trying to come back towards Hergzord to give him some sort of cover as soon as he wants to go for that plant. Right here, we'll be holding off the cross. Hopes to find that smoke first, who is playing in that corner right there. He's going to be aware of it. Falls back towards office now. Needs to come back towards Hergzord, as he is going to be coming in right behind the bomb any second now. 1 more gas canister remaining. It's technically possible for Bosco to just stall this out completely. Make sure that this plant will not go down behind the default plant spot on the B bomb site, and that will force MIBR to make something happen. You see Hergzord already moving. He's going in this corner right here. That's not C4able, I believe. That means Canadian will have to toss it through.
He's got it all open. He should be able to C4 him on concrete. And there goes the C4. There he goes. Great C4 from Canadian comes out. M-King tries to make it work, but no. Space Station will take round number 4, and they'll hold on to Armory once again. But they're going to have to step it up if they want to bring in the series.
Definitely. They'll have to step it up if they want to make it happen. But this was a great round coming in from them. Rampy doing some amazing work right there, making sure that they managed to get in through that round. They managed to take down all the effective fraggers, so to say, of MIBR. And of course, they got a little bit of help with, first of all, the EMP bouncing back, then another series of unfortunate events. Then we had the impact not being able to take care of the Maestro camera, which is just basically information technically being given constantly, making sure that they're not allowed to actually push from that side, because it's just suicide if they do so.
Novice is not having a good map right now. He's often the big man on campus, right? Like, he's often the entry fragger coming out. He's the man with no fear. He's not doing too well right now on his particular role here, but Cyber's still holding strong, and he's keeping MIBR in this, but SSG...
Defenders, protect your bombs from
I think this is going to be the very defining round for SSG, right? Because if they can bring this in, we say this is a bit of a 50-50, right? If we see that go down, I think we can say, you know, SSG is still in a strong position. I like these bulletproofs coming out from Canadian. It's a nice bulletproof on the back of Workshop. And I think now that SSG realized what kind of vents take was going on, where they just push all the way into the back of Workshop and they just try and get that control. I think now that SSG know that, they're going to be a little bit more cautious of that side.
Definitely so, man. Might actually have someone playing in the bathroom this time to make sure that that control that was obtained early on by MIBR is not going to be possible anymore. No castle barricades placed yet, though, downstairs. Or am I wrong? Have they been placed on the wall? Oh, they have been. Okay, yeah. I was going to say, like, you can see it at first.
They got it, Hemp. Don't worry
about it. They got it.
Yeah, so I mean, pretty much the same setup that Space Station were doing last time as well, except it's a little bit more geared towards the backside push, with Canadian changing up his placement of the bulletproof camera from vents into the back of Workshop instead, and you know, picked up by our beautiful observer Mints.
Beautifully. Best observer EU. Huxod is now going on his drone, will be droning in his teammate right here, Cyber, who has been taking some damage, nothing too major as of yet. As he tries to slowly creep his way through up to the fountain, hopefully into Archives, and where he's trying to pick up yet another frag. Fault no longer on the Maestro, will be onto the smoke now. I believe that was the same case last time. Yeah, it was the same time, the same thing last time they were here. So it's not really a thing, just a role swap for this particular site. It's Bosco. We'll be playing upstairs with Tinking Nate right here, taking down all these drones with the evil eyes. A perfect strategy. Oh, Rampy actually managed to catch them as well.
Well, he caught two actually out there as well. He managed to get one on the Archives door as well, but it got quickly destroyed by Novice. But, well, MIBR, they're looking a bit squiffy across the place. They managed to get a lot of their intel just destroyed upstairs, and, well, looks like they're trying to fall off and trying again go for this backside push. But this time, Space Station should be very much prepared for it. Just about halfway into the round now, MIBR still securing that control, but they managed to get that area under wraps, and all they really need is Archives, right? All they need to do is make sure that, like, Cyber just has to sit there and make sure that no one can push into Archives, and they can still go for a very free plan.
Definitely so, especially if you look how SSG is set up. There's basically no one in the A-bombs. Did it just got tricked? No, he did not. It's going to be Canadian to get a headshot onto Bullet. And it's going to be the IQ off the board. It's probably the most dispensable operator for the attacking lineup right now, considering the fact there is no Echo on the board. Cyber then picks up Tinking Nate. Is going to be changing things up. C4 comes in right there, but he won't be able to pick one up. He is going to get the frag onto Bosco down. Gets the triple. Cyber will be single-handedly almost dismantling. The lace right there is a quad of Cyber on 1 HP. Now on the chase up to Fultz, and he will get it as well. It's the ace of Cyber who will be single-handedly pushing MIBR to free. And it's going to be SSG that will have to scratch themselves on the back of the head right there. Think what happened, because that shouldn't have happened the way it did. The C4 came in, they know exactly where he was. They peeked him with two, but he managed to pick up all of them. Cyber going absolute ham.
Cyber's an absolute monster on that. I mean, as I said, all Cyber has to do there is play Fountain. He has to make sure that no one can retake Archives, and Space Station know that exactly. They can see exactly the plan that's gone down. And they're like, oh, it's just one guy. We can kill him. We'll just Nitro our Fountain. We'll both peek at the same time. And, well, they got deleted.
Oh, it's Cyber. I guess we can't, basically.
He's not just a man. He's a monster.
Cyborg. Cyberborg.
Yeah, Space Station definitely not having a good time. Then looks like they've called a tactical timeout as well, just so they can get themselves back on board and back on the plan. 3-2 scoreline to MIBR. Well, things are not looking too good on border here for Space Station. Coach Lycan trying to bring them through and try and bring them back in and see exactly what kind of stuff they can do here. Now, do you think that Space Station is in a very bad place right now?
Not necessarily. If they manage to win the next round, which is the last one of the defense, it's going to be 3-3, right? It's still all up in the air right here, because, as we said before, border is like probably the most balanced map out here in the map pool that we have. So a 3-3 scoreline is not really that bad, and that means it can still be turned around if they manage to get the mentality right.
So we're going to get back into things. This could be the final attack here from MIBR. Obviously, events room and workshop defense, of course, come through yet again from Space Station. Hopefully, a little bit of a change-up in strategy from them, and it does look like it's already come through. His faults are no longer on the smoke and back on the mute now. And we see Jaeger coming out from Canadian rather than the castle. Oh, never mind, as I say it. You stick with on the castle.
Don't say anything after till the 6 break phase is over. We stumble ourselves too many times on Benelux for that. People just six-picking the last very second just to troll us, that kind of stuff. Canadian is a troll. That's what we're going to keep it up with.
So, we'll see how round of 6 does get underway. We'll see thinking he could be trying to bandit trick out all of Armory Wall. We see Bosco onto the Maestro. We'll see what he wants to do with all that evil eyes going down. And yeah, SSG do not seem to be responding well at all to this archive. Well, not archive, so it's backside, it's workshop.
Yeah. They haven't figured out yet how to counter it. Now we do see a different kind of castle barricade coming down, which will be protecting Fultz, who is going to be playing into the bathroom, it looks like, with the mute. We haven't seen that castle barricade there before. It used to be on the actual workshop door, as being portrayed right now by our beautiful observer.
The thing is, right, Fultz playing on the mute rather than the smoke is definitely good here. And yeah, like, he has mute jams all over the place.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, that if he tries to play in bathroom, they're just going to kill him from above. Space Station have not tried to take control over offices. They've not tried to hold on to that area. They've barely tried to hold on to archives either. They're going to lose that control again pretty much instantly, and MIBR is going to kill him.
I don't mind if they lose it. It's just that it's going to be they need to waste time right now, because basically SSG's well, I mean, MIBR is too effective in their actual clear and taking control, right? But they only see 2 people upstairs. So if they do that at the start and they figure out afterwards, oh, there's a guy in bathroom, we need to kind of take care of him. This actually seems to be a different kind of take to come down now from MIBR, as they're going for Armory first. So that will actually indicate that it's most likely going to be a ventilation plan that they're trying to look for right here.
Yeah, potentially just a bit of a change up in strategy coming out from MIBR, just to stay a little bit ahead of the curve after that tactical timeout. Cyber's fearing, and they're going to make sure they can get that Armory Wall open, and things are going to get a little bit smaller for Space Station here up in Armory. Rampy's actually managed to move his way back into Fountain, however, and he's going to try and retake that control. And I think Space Station should be pretty aware of what the take is indeed going to be right now. So MIBR very much stacked up outside of Armory, but Bullet has managed to move on to the other side to try and cut off any rotates. But Hogthos is going to use his second exothermic, is going to be on the customs hatch.
Most likely want to take control of customs then and start moving in from there. Canadian will be taking down his armor panel right there, as was prepped with the, 11 times hit mechanic thing. Managed to just push through, but it might have been actually a waste of a castle barricade, so to say, because there was no one right there to actually pressure him. So he could have just pulled it down, put it back up, I think. Of course,
still has the same bulletproof as well set up. He still has, of course, his castle barricades back in his back pocket. Let's see what he wants to do with all of that. Novice is actually going to be pulling out a frag grenade here. See what he can do just to push into the deep of Armory. Cyber running out ahead of him, but he actually managed to destroy his teammate's drone with that unthinking aid. Seeing in Africa and seeing what he can doing right now. He's starting to get pushed out, but just about a minute left to go on the clock, and MIBR are really going to step up the pace if they want to bring this in.
You see 2 people jumping down right there and already setting up for the actual execute to come down from ventilation, but they have little to no control from the upstairs angles to go through. However, Novus will find a frag with the frag grenade onto Thinking Nade, and that is actually going to be opening up the vertical control that they are going to be needing. The question is, will they be aware of it? That we don't really know. As Rampy has a C4 prep to actually rotate, but like the hatch is being watched. As soon as he pops that, he's most likely going to get picked up instantly, and that's going to be good for MIBR. The fuser right there has been dropped. Cyber has to go and try and get it. Yeah, indeed, great angle to come through. Cyber now gets the diffuser down on the ground, and C4 comes in. That's going to be double kill from Fultz to come through the window. Rampy finishing it off, and it's SSG just suddenly turning it all around, as it looked like MIBR was about to get that plan down.
What a beautiful angle from Canadian there onto the
fence
window to pick up that entry kill as well.
Ooh.
Shutting it all down and making sure they could control the round. Space is going to be feeling good after that one, but of course a 3-2 scoreline isn't exactly the ideal situation for them. We said it's a little bit 50-50, so maybe we would expect this, but you know, you got to be ahead in the race if you do want to bring it in. Well, Space Station won't be one to the attack. And, well, we'll see how that does go down for them. We'll see an Armory look as an Archives defense, however, first from MIBR.
I'm so confused still by the C4. It must have landed on the window frame to actually blow up the player outside as well, right? There's no other explanation for that. Just a perfect toss to come down there. Oh, man. 3-3. And what a match this is going to be. We're definitely getting a closer one that we have gotten last map. So, this is going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth so far. Let's see if it keeps on going like this, or if it's going to be MIBR or SSG now to, well, take the sprint race and take the train up to the grand finals. Pretty default setup coming out right here, though. Like, nothing too out of the ordinary yet. We see some reinforcements on the triple Y. I like this shield, actually.
I think the Ella is a bit different here, right? You don't normally see Ella in this position.
True.
And just suggests like it's going to be a very, very heavy CC hold.
Yeah, you want to use
I'm
those.
assuming there's going to be a Maestro cam on 90 as well, just to help out the Ella if you just want to rotate out CC.
Yeah, possibly, indeed. Like, they do have the ability to put it up, of course, so the question is, will they? This one is definitely going to be helping as well, giving away a lot of information to the Ella player that could be going for a potential run out. Like those reinforcements as well, just coming down right there. It feels so counterintuitive, right, to reinforce those instead of the actually armory wall, but it works out so well so often.
M-King, very aggressive area here. Of course, he's got to hold down armory like this in order to support the person in CC as well to make sure they can't get flanked. But Space Station want absolutely none of that. They've seen the CC hold and they're going to go for an immediate archives take as well. They got Fultz already positioned. This is going to be very, very fast from SSG right now. Canadian stacked outside of the smoke's already going to go down. Canadian going to try and make his way in. Flashbang's going down as well. Nitro goes out. There goes Canadian. Nice already pick coming out from Novice as well. But Fultz will pick it back up and he'll start planting again. And the Nitro comes out. How does that not kill him? What? M-King picks up thinking name, but Fultz is planting. The diffuser goes down successfully. And Space Station now, I've got to hold on to it. 3 members of MIBR are such low HP, but none of them are dead just yet. And Hugzord already on the counter defuse. Fultz trying to get back up as well. Has no fireballs left, and Novice takes him out as well. Great trade coming out from them. And MIBR will complete the counter defuse, and that was a very fast round, App.
Very fast round indeed, and I don't know, like, I like the idea right there, but as soon as Canadian died, they might have actually wanted to try and slow things down, because as soon as that defuse went down, there was just no one there to actually make sure that there was no one going on in the counter defuse. Like, you might have wanted an extra guy onto the balcony to make sure people wouldn't push you from that position, right? Something like that. Someone should have instantly rotated to that position to make sure that that would be safe. Unfortunately for SSG, that didn't work out, but like, a good counter coming in from MIBR. I'm still confused, though, the C4 didn't actually kill him, because it was right next to his head when it blew up.
Right. How did that not kill him?
Flat metal jacket.
That was wild. I think potentially what should have happened there from Space Station, so we talked about this yesterday, right? When they were going for the bank plants, and they were shooting C4s out, right? Like, it's actually pretty easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's easier to do it on land, right?
Definitely. Like, no pit, like,
potentially
no
what should have happened
like
there is, like, Fultz should have just waited a little bit rather than just playing all of his utility.
What about a Thatcher?
Yeah.
Just toss down a Thatcher and then start sniping it. So if someone tosses it, like, as soon as it leaves
no,
the hand,
I'm more just talking about
right?
where Fultz was in that position, right?
Yeah,
like he's on AC. He could easily have then seen where the C4s are going to be coming from.
Definitely.
Potentially, could have been able to pick them up, stop Canadian from dying. They could have got that plan down easier.
The thing is, as soon as the C4 leaves the hand, it's a destructible gadget, right? So if you toss down an EMP at the moment that he goes down for the plant, it's destroyed before it actually reaches him, and then if it actually reaches him before, you could also snipe it out. So, like, it's something you don't often see used. Of course, it's pretty tricky to do, but it's definitely able to be a safe option if you perfect it right. Because they brought a Thatcher, but what else were they going to be doing with it if they're going to go for the push, right? Like they did.
True. Well, this time we won't see any Capital coming out from Space Station, so potentially no backside take going to be coming out from them. Also, just like the danger in Nitros is often why you'll see a Monty being brought to that particular plan.
For the blast protection, so to say, as the shields are explosive resistant. They'll take a small amount of damage if they get hurt by that. Bosco jumping down. True assassin right there. We'll be putting down a Claymore just to make sure that if someone will be jumping out from that, it will be safe. Rampy taking that CCTV control, and you swiftly see SSG take whatever they need to get the next phase of their attack going on.
Space Station got all a decent amount of control right now, but they need to start to act a little bit faster if you want that armory control and to push through that side as well. So Novice going to be moving through, of course, through the other side, and well, looks like Space Station should be able to get box wall open quicker than ever. No hard breach now coming up from MIBR, so that should be very, very free for them, of course. Fultz up on the bus. Let's see what he can do from there. It looks like it is going to be a vent stick.
The window sandwich is prepped, so Fultz will definitely have to watch out that someone just doesn't quickly jump out, gets the kill on him, because there is a player right next to it as well, so it could just as well happen. As right now, it seems like jail or detention is slowly being, well, controlled and entered by the likes of SSG. Starting to find their groove on the attacks. Swiftly moving through the drones, know exactly where this player is going to be at right now. You shoot, wait for Wallbang to come in. There we go. That's going to be Nova's removed off the board by Rampy, and that's definitely going to be a welcome entry for SSG with 1 minute and 10 left on the clock. They need to start making moves right now. They need to start getting the control that they need right now, and Fields is definitely doing so. Also picks up Herzog right now. It's going to be the Castle off the board. Bullet jumping out. Gets go for the double, but he's going to get shut down
by Folds. Great shot coming up from him. Canadian finds one of his own in the entry. There goes Cyber. It's all down to M-King. Smokes go down to the side as well, but M-King finds double! Oh, beautiful from M-King as he managed to rotate all the way back upstairs as well. And there's no control from Space Station right now. They're panicking to try and find him. M-King does confirm the kill onto Canadian, but the plant does go deep into sight. M-King does have a decent amount of info still remaining. He just should be able to open up everything that's going on, but the Jekyll track starts to come out, and Fultz is going to know exactly where he is right now. M-King desperate to try and find exactly where this plant is going down. Fultz will start to plant it, and it's not going to be too easy for the plant to now to come through. No, the plant will go down successfully. M-King desperate to try and find some sort of plant kill here. But, well, it's not going to look too well for him as the diffuser slowly starts to do its work. It's not looking good.
It's definitely not looking good for M-King right here. Of course, he has the capabilities of clutching it. He has the Ala in hand. It's one of the best guns you can have on the defense, if not the best gun to have on defense, or a 1-on-3 clutch situation. Because just simply, you have that many bullets. You don't have to reload in between. There's no time lost. Knows one is going to be, however, into customs, and that's going to be really hard right now to actually clear out. Will manage to pick up that frag, brings it back to a 1-on-2 situation, but has no clue where the other two players are. Managed to get the second one as well, and suddenly it's doable. It's a quad kill for M-King. Can he go for the ace right there as he tries to go for the wall bangs, as he swaps over to the bailiff? Knows he couldn't actually do it. And it's going to be SSG to get their 4th round of the board now as well, and we are drawn back up. We keep on trading these rounds left to right, and that means that we are still drawn up, and it still could go either way.
A great attempt coming out from M-King there on the 4K, trying to go for the retake of the 1v5, but, well, it wasn't meant to be for him at all. Venture Room Workshop again coming out from MIBR, a little bit less successful, but this map, again, is neck and neck. Second maps always seem to be so.
Definitely great. See, like, there's some returning things coming up in the OGA minor, like winning opposite map picks. Second map suddenly going very close, often to OT, maybe max OT as well. All those kind of things. And, oh yeah, and don't forget, like, the single-handed players, right? That just we've had so many single individuals performing out of their minds. Rampy, for example, yesterday getting 20 kills, 20 bombs coming out. Don't forget Paolo, who basically, I believe he gets like an average of 25 frags over 2 maps. So there is some amazing individual things going on right here on the OGA minor here in Split. These people seem to be enjoying Croatia to the fullest. But first, it's going to be SSG right now to go onto the attack once more against MIBR to try and take the lead finally, because they want to close this out in a 2-0 fashion. They want to make NA proud. They are their last hope. And so they also have, of course, the NA National Cup coming up on next Saturday. So it would be nice if they can start that off with the win of a minor, right? Or at least a final spot in the minor.
I mean, everyone here who will lose the tournament then will have to play the invitational online quals.
That is true as well.
And that's going to be a big issue as well. If you do lose out here, playing online quals, it's not an easy thing to do.
It's not fun.
No, not fun at all. We'll see SSG start their next attack and see exactly what they can do here with the Vents take going on. Things were almost lost there for SSG, but they seem to have a pretty decent control and a pretty good idea of what the setup was going to be from MIBR.
Yeah, they definitely seem to be having an idea right here, and the question is, how will SSG react to that? What can they do? Can they actually manage to, well, dismantle it as cleanly as we have seen them do on the previous map? Like, their attacks look so clean as well. Like, they knew exactly how to counter some of them off, and it's kind of what we're missing right now. Like, the precision, the like pure confidence that SSG used to have, like on the first map. We saw in the first round with the plan, but that didn't really work out that well for them. But like, I want to see more of that.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Thinking nade.
Novice, how does he get in there? But more importantly, how did he just get away with that? Thinking nade just goes down. Great shot from Novice. Comes in, and that's already your Thatcher off the board. No refrag comes off from Space Station. And wow.
He's
what a pick.
assassinated. He just runs in, gets a triple round burst in, and oh, that's going to be taking nade off the board, and that's putting SSG on the back foot straight away. The question is, can they come back from this? Will they be able to bounce back from the early loss that they suffered from Novice, who hasn't been really having the best series so far, but he's definitely doing some great work. Right here is Fultz now to take down Bullet. It's definitely going to be helpful as the scan comes through. Now knows that the Jaeger is also going to be located in this area. Only he's going to get one ping though, but he is going to be giving it out to his teammates possibly. He's going to get pushed right hard right now. Doesn't have too much ammo left. Manages to get it down, I believe, onto Rampy. Yeah, Rampy trying to fall back. Smoke grenade coming in right there. That's going to be the secure kill to come through as well. Fultz is still down by the same smoke grenade. Bosco, however, will be securing that, and they will be able to stabilize right now. Get the revive onto Fultz, put him back into action. Try and push forward from here, as they are going to be trying to contest these players. Look at Novi's being aggressive here on these stairs. Should be peeking in with the shotgun right now, and that's going to be Bosco removed off the board. The only full HP player. He's on a triple kill right now. Nova's going absolutely mental in this round. There we go. Canadian spots out one of these players. Knows it's going to be a very hard task for him to fight back from. Smoke is now finally being identified. Hello, you know he's there.
Yeah, Novice is just a man who has absolutely zero fear, but he's going to be able to rotate out of that situation. Fultz pushing all the way up to see what he can do on the other side, but gets deleted by Hugsword, and it's all down to Canadian, but he can't make it happen. Novice with the 4K as well. MIBR will stay in it with round number 6.
They retake the lead once again after we draw it up. 5-4. Current scoreline.
Sorry, not 6. Yeah.
Huh? Oh.
I said round number 9. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get back to it. Round number 9-1. 5-4. Customs inspections is the next one. MIBR. No, they're actually going to armory lockers back to the top floor. SSG most likely will be expecting this as well. We bring the Termite and the Thatcher. Pretty default lineup coming out right here from Space Station.
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen too much difference from Space Station when they go for their attacks, other than if they choose to include Capitao or not. They have now included Capitao again, but it's going to be another Armory Lockers and Archives defense. Of course, MLB are going to spot out that Capitao and be like, are they going to go for another backside take? And it may just be essential for them. I think the L has been chosen off here because they not want to go for that CC hold anymore. If they do think it's going to be that backside take, putting Legion Mines down around concrete could be a good play, just to deny that plant from going down.
Definitely so, and well, MIBR are here to fight back. They're here to bring us to map number 3 to show that they're, well, the rightful number 2, so to say, because they have been, well, basically flawless throughout the upper bracket until they met Team Liquid. Managed to get the first map out. We're about to, well, give us a big upset, but then Liquid managed to just show up and be Liquid. Get those 2 maps in consecutive fashion. Put MIBR down to the lower bracket where they will be now as we're going on. 1 map behind against SSG, and they're trying to fight back hard to put themselves up on equal grounds. 5-4 current scoreline. MIBR in front. This is going to be a very, well, this is probably going to be the easiest bomb site they're going to be having.
So they are doing a CC hold again, but they have chosen to do the Legion bulletproof instead of the Maestro Cam on 90, which is interesting. So maybe just like wanting to rededicate like resources and just wanting to put some, a bulletproof cam, Maestro Cam down into the archives area to prevent that heavy kind of rush that was almost successful for SSG last time they attacked it. So we'll have a look how things go down as we move into round number 10. See Cyber making a little bit of bullet holes for himself.
Cyber the man with the ace, of course. Don't forget that. Like, an absolutely mental man. Single-handedly destroyed SSG. And he's looking to do it again as SSG right now is trying to get back on equal ground. Heavy CC hold here. Like last time we saw them on this bomb side, the likes of Space Station, they went for a very, very fast push. Didn't really work out. Was instantly shut down by the C4s, and well, they managed to get the plan down, but like afterwards there was no one to make sure that the defuse couldn't come through. So MIBR had that control. They had it in the bag. So right now SSG is trying to go for the more surgical approach. They're not going for the rush.
Fultz desperately looking for this kill up onto M King on the Maestro, but Cyber's actually going to be able to get across, despite the fact that the Fultz was right there as well. So many brave players coming out from MIBR today across the board from them. John's going to be going out across the board from them as also. Bulls can be opening up the front door and see what he can do from this angle, but SSG seem a little bit unsure of themselves and see if they can get an opening pick here, but will Bosco will secure that opening pick. Novice already going to go down, who's really just not been having a good map.
Novice, I mean, he apart from that one round,
other than literally the last round for the 4K,
he's not having a good time.
He's not been having a good time.
No, definitely not, but still MIBR on front. Of course, they lose out on one member right now. Novice on that Mozzie will not longer be playing in this round, and there's going to be the opportunity for SSG to draw things up again. Are they going to be able to bring this up to 5-5, or is MIBR going to break the trend and bring this up to a 6-4, put themselves onto map point, bring themselves back to equal grounds with SSG, and bring this up to Clubhouse? That's all what we're waiting for right here. We want to know how this is going to be ending, but we just have to wait and see how this amazing matchup unfolds itself as SSG is now fine. That's okay. Why that termite?
They just to open up the long angle.
Oh, right? Long angle, yeah. I was going to say that. But I didn't realize that it was already a big hole right there. But it's going to be M-King right now to take down Canadian. That's the termite off the board. That means that the second exothermic charge will not be happening. M-King, however, will be punished by Bosco from that, well, same angle he was using himself.
Nothing for really M-King to do there, but Bosco goes huge! Oh my god, nice kill from him onto Hugzod as well. That's his third kill, but eventually does get shut down by Bullet, but the plant is going down from Fultz. They're only actually planted by SSG, who's thinking they finds another one. It's all down to Cyber to try and bring this in a 1v3 post-plant. Tries to move up, moves to Africa, sprints across as well. The man with no fear again managed to retake onto half wall, but we see Fultz with the upside down repel once more. And well, this should be an easy pickup for him, but Cyber goes for the pre-fires, is knowing there's someone there, but no, he's not going to be able to do anything just yet. Thinking Day with the 2K takes him out. And SSG will take round number 10.
I thought there was someone on the actual repel right there on Sandwich, and as he moved past, I was like, are they going to be aware of the fact that he's actually going to be here now? But rotated back down just to go up to that balcony as his teammates were all attacking from the same side right there. But SSG managed to bring it up to 5-5. We keep on trading out these rounds, and that means we are definitely going to at least 12 before we crown our winner, or before we see whether or not we are going to Clubhouse. Well, maybe we will see overtime. I mean, everything is still open right now. Everything can still happen. As right now, MIBR, they know what's going on. I believe they have more frags overall as well, by the way, just quickly looking at it. So SSG definitely playing the objective better, so to say, than MIBR, if that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen a lot of plants go down from both sides, honestly. So we'll see how things go down as we see move into round number 11. We'll see an Armory Lockers and Archives defense coming through. And again, a little Legion coming through from Bullets. And pretty much the same strategy coming out from them across the board, it seems.
Need to locate and defuse bombs.
I think they just had a little bit of unfortunate timing with this, but SSG had a really good clear of that Armory side, especially with how they did with the M-King back into that back of Armory Lockers next to the half wall. So, well, we'll see what MIBR want to do this time. If they want to change it to nope, or if they want to play a little bit safer.
Well, let's see how that will work out. SSG, again, looking to break the trend right here.
I don't like this bulletproof that they did last time. I hope they'll move it a little bit further, kind of along to the left, because thinking they'd manage to shoot it from outside of break room. No, they put it in the same place. Like, you can shoot this from outside of break room. I don't think this is a good camera at all.
It's just free, like you just instantly take it out, right? It's like almost has no use. You get a little bit of information early on in the round, that's it. SSG, can they break the trend and finally get in the lead of this match? Because I don't think they have been yet. I think it's been MIBR constantly being on top. SSG fighting back, drawing it up before they lose out the round again. And as it has been the site that they have on last second, they are changing up their strategy. They're changing up the attack right here. It seems to be an office take that is about to come in. Bosco trying to go for the upside down repel, hoping to find someone just standing behind that half wall right there, but that won't be the case as it's M-Kick quite safely. Ooh, that's I mean, you can't take up the... Oh! Bosco! Hello! Goodbye, M-King. Good night. Everything you can put in the chat right there.
Angle. Oh my god. That
I was going to say, so you can pick up the head from here, but it's 1 pixel that you can actually make it happen, and Bosco found it. There's such a good start for SSG right here. That's going to be the Evil Eyes basically not able to deny the plant anymore, just purely functioning as more information gathering devices right now.
Yeah. So it looks like they are going to go for that backside archives take once again, but this time a little bit more coordinated from their side and a little bit more setup, as well as that opening pick on it to M King. It's going to make things a little bit easier for them to go through, but a great peek from Hugs all the way from back of archives will remove Bosco from the table. So about halfway into the round now, SSG in a little bit of a back foot right now, desperate to try and deal with Hugzord here, but doesn't have a natural seller for mating, of course, anymore. That's going to make things easier for SSG to make that plan happen. And Hugzord's actually going to go back into the fire, but doesn't manage to get found just yet.
And there comes the second one, and that will be surely taking him out right now as he is actually just in it. He doesn't realize it. There we go. That's a double incinerary right there. That will be clearing up the entirety of the archives as well. There's just 2 players right now. Well, one inside of the fountain right here will be making his position known. It's Novice. Hat is going to get spotted out by Bullet, but he won't be able to hit it. But right now, look at how much control there already is. They're watching every single angle. It's good that Nova's managed to actually rotate back in. He is going to get a pickup right there onto Rampy. C4 comes in. Will be not picking it up. Bullet manages to get one through the smoke as well. And suddenly MIBR seems to be turning it around right here. Novice drops down. Has to be careful because there is that player Tinking Nate downstairs. Are they going to be aware of each other's dire locations? It doesn't seem like it. This could be the flank from Novice to come in to end the round, and he will. It's going to be MIBR to go up to 6 first, even though that beautiful entry that we saw onto M King, just a headshot right there through the little pixel.
What a disaster from Space Station. Everything was just going so beautifully for that. I think, honestly, like, the pink that really did it for them, I think, was Bosco getting killed so early on, because they dedicate so much utility to try and clear Hugzord out that they just had absolutely nothing left for the actual push to going down. Bullet also doing a great job as well, getting his double headshot as well, punishing Space Station for their slowness for going for that execute. And also, like, I think the archives execute generally, it can be good, but you have to have a lot of control for it, and it generally has to be very, very fast.
Definitely has to be. Like, it took them way too long. Like, they didn't have enough pressure into office, first of all. They were just looking through windows. Not entering office right there definitely makes it really hard for you to get that plant down, or just to do whatever you want right there. And MIBR managed to actually read on that perfectly. Picked up the round as well with a 1-man deficit. And that is a 6-on-5 right now that we are currently seeing in favor of MIBR. They can push this up to map number 3. SSG will have to step up their game if they want to make sure that this doesn't go to Clubhouse.
Yeah, I mean, that's been 2 times now from SSG. They haven't made that archives plant work at all. It's been a bit of a disaster for them, honestly. But, it is going to be this bit of an offsite now for MIBR. A little bit harder for them to hold on to, but you can see they've opened up all the vertical play that they can. I'll be interested in what the strategy is from SSG here to, like, try and bring this in now, because this is I mean, it's like a regular lineup, right?
Yeah.
They've been moving this Jackal in like loads, even though the Jackal has been nerfed recently. Faults and generally SSG has picked up the Jackal a lot. Yeah, it does. It does bring you a lot of information.
It's definitely still worth it to use it right here. The question is, like, what other operator would you bring?
Well, the thing is like Jackal, he's not bringing smokes, right? He's bringing claymores. So it's kind of just like an interesting tidbit there, right? Like, you don't normally see that happen. Ooh, Novice getting so aggressive there. As Rampy going down to a very, very low HP. Novice trying to peek it all out as he does.
Oh, look at this.
He looks at the bullet holes. What a passionate angle.
There's no way that someone will read that. There comes the ping right now onto Novice. They're going to be aware of his position. He's going to get droned out as well, so they're going to be aware of the fact that he might be using a bullet hole as the sneaky snake is going to be coming in right there. We'll be picking up the frag onto Rampy. There's the headshot to come through. M King right here is ready to support. He still doesn't manage to actually take down this drone right here. Fultz, however, will be taking that bullet, so the trades are already happening. Dude, Mossy is gone off the board. He will be entering slowly right here from actually the archives. The question is he going to be aware of this? As he will be getting the clean through. Right there, Fultz managed to get one. Will be almost getting refrag right there by M King. Managed to do out a lot of damage, actually, put it out as he tried to rotate back down the metal stairs.
Yeah, King actually managed to rotate all the way back through, however, into CC and holding it down with Cyber. SSG do find themselves in a bit of a man advantage here. Just about halfway into the round now, so they've got plenty of time left, and they also still have Fultz up and available to be able to do what he can with the Jackal tracking. I think he still has 1 Inox remaining. No, he has 2. Okay, so he still has a lot of stuff available here to be able to do everything that he can. As basically just generally droning out, but they should be aware that most of the defense from MIBR is concentrated in CC right now.
They should be aware of that, especially. The question is, do they have any drone? Like, do they have any drones available to them right now to check out if there's going to be people? I don't think they do, as right now we see Field and Canadian trying to take care of these players. Sken is going to be coming in a bit too far out. There we go. Jaeger now known. He's going to be having to go prone. Look at that HP. He's 1 HP right now. We'll be going in for the tag. It's going to be Tinking Nate to come out on top. M-King is also very low on HP as he is trying to push out. Bosco will maybe just jump in right there as he knows exactly where that player is going to be at due to this concussion to go through. Bosco indeed go for the jump in. That's the team kill almost going down right there. Thinking Nate almost getting killed as Huxit now moving in and he will be able to pick up the frag. No, it's going to be SSG to draw things up. Bosco, who almost killed his teammate right there, will be able to finish it off.
Great play from Thinking Nate to just quickly rush through the rotate and be able to pick up that, or almost pick up the entry kill there. Very, very well done overall from Space Station to close out the round. And well, they'll send us to overtime, but they are attack first in overtime, unfortunately.
I think that's better for SSG though.
Really?
They have been looking, like the first round was just a rush that didn't work out.
Yeah, well, no, because they haven't managed to successfully take Armory Lockers both times. They pushed them both times. They tried to do an archive.
When they went from Armory, they actually managed to do it successfully.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So the thing is, like, it's been 3-3 for both these sides. So both sides have 3 on attack, 3 on defense. So, like, I don't know. SSG, the first round was kind of a throwaway round, so to say. They tried to go for a push. They tried to go for the gamble. Didn't really work out. So that could have gone completely different if they wanted to actually properly approach.
I don't know, because, like, in my mind, MIBR now has 2 core sites they can go to, right? And everything gets reset when you go to overtime. Like, yes, it was a 3-3. But I think, like, generally you push into overtime, unless the attack is winning by a significant margin, I think it's generally into the favor of defenders, because you only have to win 2 defenses. Right?
That is true.
So you get your favorable sites. However, SSG shouldn't be too unaware of what the setups are right now. So things should be going pretty well for SSG to be able to take this in.
They've been there 2 rounds ago.
Yeah,
so
that's true. And generally, SSG should know how to tear this apart for the Armory, because for the most part, it seems like the same hole.
It definitely does look like it. And don't forget, their Armory take was actually super successful as well. So maybe they will just swap it up, go for the CCTV take, go for the Armory take, and just finish it off like that. Like, if they manage to get this round, then SSG is finding themselves in a really, really good spot.
Well, Capital does make its way into the lineup yet again from Fultz rather than the Jackal that they brought last time. So it looks like, again, potentially another Archives take coming out. But it's going to be Bosco already. The great opening pick, Novice, already off the board, who's been an absolute maniac. Like, look at that. This guy's making punch holes for a spawn peak down there. Like, this guy's crazy. Novice has absolutely zero fear, but, well, that's going to be Cyber with a quick peek from the CC window. That's Thinking Nade already off the board, and that's your Thatcher gone. That's a big pick.
Especially with the mute being up right here. There's going to be... Oh, the EMP's still rolling down.
A little bit bugged.
Yeah, a little bit bugged. Doesn't matter. It doesn't explode anymore, so don't have to worry about drones coming in. They're going to be trying to at least still clear out CCTV right here. We see Rampy, we see Canadian ready to go for it. Drones coming in as well. Cyber will be forced to rotate down right behind the board right here. And it's going to be playing well for Fultz, because as soon as it starts rappelling up, he can just put in a fire arrow. And if Canadian is watching that angle, he might be able to get it as soon as he rotates out.
Yeah, Canadian has a really good angle here right now to try and pick up Cyber, but like, he's full HP. It's going to be pretty hard to pick him up on just that pixel if he does try to sprint across. But Cyber still seems to be pretty happy just to sit in here. That's just going to know exactly where he is. Yeah, Nate could come from below, but Cyber is going to rotate out before he can get picked up, essentially. M-King still holding down to the Armory side. SSG unable to find that pick that they need to clear out CC right now.
Yeah, they've been looking for it. Smokes are coming in just to deny the actual player right there that would be playing from it. It's actually the tag coming down, and Cyber will be picking up a double kill right now. Cyber doing absolute huge work right here in CCTV, making it very hard for SSG to get that control. Bosco now will be rappelling up, going to Sandwich Window, opening that up as well, just to hold out the rotation to make it a little bit easier. Maybe, no, we'll be deciding to go for a complete rotate as M-King now picks up Fultz. It looks like MIBR are able to take this round as it's looking to storm towards a 7-6 to come in. Of course, it's still Canadian with Bosco left. We've seen Bosco make some crazy shots. We've seen Canadian do some crazy things as well. It is still doable. It's definitely not over for this round.
Yeah, a bit of a disaster for Space Station so far, but yeah, 4v2, definitely very, very doable. Canadian stacking up outside a break room, see what he can do from this angle as Bosco trying to move with him from the other side to see exactly what kind of push can come through. They held a very long gun, but it's behind half wall right now. Doesn't realize Cyber is still in there, and Cyber, well, no, he's not going to get the final kill. It's going to be bullet from the opposite side, but MIBR bring themselves to match point.
SSG, you need to step up now. You need to win this round if you want to have a good shot at bringing this up to maximum OT. If you want to take this in a 2-0 fashion, this is the round that you need to shine. Because otherwise, MIBR is going to be taking you to Clubhouse. And who do we prefer there as a team? Like,
I don't know.
It's
They've
hard to
both
say.
done really well on
Yeah.
Clubhouse. So, yeah, I mean, SSG is undefeated on Clubhouse now if it does go there, but we'll see. Well, not just quite yet. As you do get that defense on Armory Lockers and Archives, which was their most successful site by a long shot. So we'll see exactly how it's going to go down at MIBR, putting numbers on the board here as they push themselves to match point. One more round away from taking the map and keeping themselves in the running for a decider.
Thinking Nate. Been important for his team. Can he step up now?
Just like looking back at that round as well, they seem to be convinced that Cyber was still stacked up against that. I mean, okay, so like, Cyber gets the initial kill into Thinking Nade from the rappel, but like, it's like a bad angle for Thinking Nade to go to, knowing that someone is in CC and he could get that angle from him onto him.
Definitely, like.
But like, generally, they have such an issue clearing out Cyber, and I think, honestly, like, the fact that they don't have the Jackal there, because they seem to be relying on it quite a lot for that active intel coming through, they had a really hard time clearing out CC because of it.
They definitely did. They needed that extra intel. That like they tried to get the grenade in from below, but as soon as it was actually being pinned, I don't know if he heard it or something, but he just moved out. Like it could have been a spider senses tingling right there, or it could have been actually that he heard the pin being pulled.
Well, you saw he got droned, right? So that's
yeah, but it was like by a
well.
pixel, so I'm not sure if you could actually see it. Like only his toes were being spotted, right? So, oh well. Cam being taken out by Novus. We'll be making sure there's no more information coming in from the stairs to go, well, to work with for SSG. His Canadian is finding himself from below, hoping that he can maybe, you know, sneak in a nice little C4 as soon as these members of MIBR will be moving in into the actual CCTV door.
I wonder if he's going to try and open up, like,
throw it out from there?
Floor? Yeah. No. I wonder if he's going to, like, open up the floor where he is now. And like maybe like destroy the barricade and then throw the nitro from there. Because we've seen that from SSG before actually during the major quals against Reg. So I'm wondering if we're going to see that again at some point, but not right now it seems. As we'll see, SSG still holding down, but box wall has managed to successfully get opened up.
Yeah, definitely so. Novice not really having the best game of his life so far, but definitely still having the impact that is necessary for MIBR to get it up to 7-6. He's starting to get a bit awake again, so to say. He's having an impact again. As Cyber trying to create an angle right here into the box. Will not be able to find anybody due to missed timing. Bosco, however, is going to be quite stuck in the position he's going to be playing in. Rampy is as well, as he is going to get locked out soon. Cyber on the ventilation, bullet right here, looking to get into the fountain. Don't forget, there's still 2 C4s, I believe, playing from below. We have Bandit right there, Thinking Nade, and we have Canadian on the mute. They're just ready to toss up those C4s as soon as the plank goes down. There's 1 minute left on the clock. All that the 3 people on site have to do now is just to stall as long as possible as M-King gets the first frag onto Fultz.
Fultz going down, that's not a great start at all as Archives wall tries to get opened up. Bullet trying to make his way in here as well. Thermite charges are starting to go off, but Cyber with a great kill. Thinking Nate goes down as he goes for the run out, but Canadian does start to strike back. There goes Novice, and he's going to try and rotate up onto Metal Stairs to see what he can do here now. Bosco holding down, still has 2 smoke grenades as well. Trying to play close, but almost getting caught out there as Rampy finds one of his own. On the other side, just holding down Africa. Still the Canadian finds a great kill. M-King going to go down. Cyber convinced that someone has rotated downstairs, but Hugzord unable to plant just yet because of smoke's coming down. Canadian finds another one. Cyber going to go down. He's hold down to Hugzord in a 1v3 to try and bring this in. Going to go for the pre-fires. Does see Rampy, sees the edge of him, but it can't bring it in. Bosco shuts him down, and it's all SSG as they move to overtime, match point, series point, maximum overtime here on Border.
It wasn't quite part of the hitbox right there. The little pouches that were part of his, well, his skin. And with that, MIBR right now will find themselves on the overtime match point, and SSG does as well. But the difference here is MIBR is fighting to survive, and SSG is fighting to end it. As you said before, SSG could make it here if they win this round now, if they manage to get Ventilation Room Workshop, if they manage to get the attack down to perfection. They will be going up to the grand finals to fight Liquid later on today.
Yeah, one round away, of course, from pushing themselves to the grand finals, which will be our next match, of course, against Team Liquid. And the winner of that match will be booking their ticket to the 6th Invitational. We'll see how this does go down. 7-7, maximum overtime. There has to be a winner here, Hap of Border. And MIBR, well, they'll get the defense here on the events room and workshop defense.
Definitely so. MIBR, they might be favored due to the fact they have defense and the nature of this game, but it could just as well go like the entire other way. It really depends on how everything will work out. If it's going to be an early entry, once again, from Bosco, for example, of SSG, this could just as well fall into their hands right now. And that is what we will have to wait and see how it will work out, how it will plan out. Will SSG be able to turn the tides right here and get that attacking round in? Come back after losing 2-0 to MIBR earlier on in the tournament, to just take them 2-0 themselves. Have they learned from the mistakes? Or is it going to be MIBR that brings them up to map 3?
We'll definitely see, as we'll see MIBR starting their next defense here. It is going to be overtime match point. Of course, SSG looking to lock this out. And again, they brought faults on the Jackal. I think they've had a lot of success with this Jackal, honestly, as well. Most of the rounds that they did bring it in, they did manage to bring in the round itself. I think, honestly, on rounds where they brought the Capitao instead, the 3 rounds where they brought the Capitao, and all 3 of those rounds were losses.
Yeah, good call then to pick up that Jackal, because he has been playing such a huge role. Cyber going aggressive here. That's the man that we have to watch right here for MIBR. He has been picking apart SSG so, well, precisely. He's been getting these frags, these multi-kills as well in all these areas that he was supposed to. As he is falling back into the archives right now. Quickly reload. Make sure that he stays alive because he is so important. The scans are coming down. Fools knows exactly where he is. Is he going to go for the push? The stunts come down. He will be caught off guard. No, it's Bullet that actually manages to get him. Rampy will be getting the refrag onto Cyber though, and that means that archives has been cleared up for now. However, Bullet still on the angle right there. Will be able to counter off anybody moving in. Has a C4 to deny the plant. They need to take care of this person right here in the armory lockers behind this metal wall.
This is getting intense now, but they've lost faults, and that's been their Jackal. That's been their main way of gaining intel. Drone's going to go out, however, to make sure this upstairs area is indeed under their control, as MIBR have completely fallen off now. But they do have Nitro still available to them from a Bullet. We'll see what exactly what he can do with that. But Bosco going to go to the repel and see what he can do there. Bullet's still holding down, however, still in box. And they're not sure if they can try and clear him just yet. And King is still below as well, making sure they can see onto the sandwich repel and see if he can shut down any of that. So there's still quite a lot of control here from MIBR.
Putting down the pressure right now. Canadian will be opening up that wall, and that will force Bullet to rotate out. Bosco, you could have been so useful right now on the actual rotation, on the actual, what's it called, sandwich window right there. But it's going to be SSG right now to get the top floor control. With 1 minute left, they still have Rampy on the sledge. They still can make all this stuff happen. The vertical play, everything they need. 1 or 2 picks before they can get this plan down. There is still a smoke, there is still a C4, there is still those evil eyes. There's enough stuff to delay this plant for the likes of MIBR. And it's going to be Rampy, though, to pick up his double kill, taking down M-King. Grenade coming in right now to make sure that if someone is moving through that rotation, he will be picked up, or if there was a Maestro Chem in that position, that it will be destroyed. Novus will have to start deploying his smoke canisters right there, and that will force SSG to go to a different position. 2 out of 3 canisters deployed. They need to move now. Canadian is ready to go for the jump in, but it's going to be Thinking Nate with a kill onto Bullet. Novus now has to go close. It's Thinking Nate with the double. Novus will manage to drop down the diffuser, and with 15 seconds left, he will fall. No, he will get a kill. Wants to go even harder. Can he get one more? Because that's what we're waiting for. 7 seconds to go. Misses the shot there. It's SSG to go to the finals against Team Liquid.
What an attempt from Novus to try and bring in that. He almost had it. It was so close, and just a beautiful attempt coming through him. But MIBR will be knocked out of the tournament. They'll finish 3rd. And while Spacestation will be booking their ticket to the grand finals to face Team Liquid. What a series. What a nail-biter of a map to win 8-7 to Spacestation. And well, they will not be going to the decider, but they will be going straight to the grand final.
1 map deficit, but I mean, if they play like how they did here, if they show that they're this flexible, they're definitely going to have a good shot against Liquid. Like, really excited, actually. It was such a good matchup from SSG. MIBR, they almost brought it back. They were on that point, but they just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
just absolutely incredible. Well, we'll see what Des Chu and the boys on the analyst desk think about all of that. Take it away, Des.